In 2013, the government of Uganda formulated the national land policy with the ultimate goal to provide framework for efficient, equitable, and optimal land management and utilization, aiming to reduce poverty, create wealth, and promote overall socio-economic development. However, this policy has since met criticism from the public, especially on alternative dispute resolution and absentee landlords escalating land conflicts in the country. This forced the government to embark on the policy review process to address the matters.
I'll come back to the center again to look at the special interest groups like Parliament. Parliament will look at a draft which is revised, and then we shall proceed to the national validation meeting.
Today, the Participatory Ecological Land Use Management PELUM Association of Uganda held a national consultation meeting for land actors on the National Land Policy Review with the aim of collecting their varied views. Representing the Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development was Naome Kabanda, the Director of Land Management. She underscored some of the key components in the current national land policy which need to be amended. Some of these include the land rights of women, alternative dispute resolution, and among others.
Issue of ADR, alternative dispute resolution. How do you deal with case backlog? And we said that, okay, can we explore a land dispute resolution through alternative dispute resolution, which has been adopted by many countries. They seem to work faster. And then we have been using a lot of training to ensure that at least we create room for alternative dispute resolution to grow, to back up the courts and to help the ordinary person.
Key areas to be included in the new national land policy include land and climate change, mechanisms of implementing the alternative dispute resolution, which Kabanda believes would help in the management of land as a resource in the country.
It is incumbent upon us to capture land and climate change, because climate is very much descending on all of us, and so we need to give it special attention. And so it's a new area of reform. And then the other area, like I've told you, is to explore how can we use ADR, alternative dispute resolution.
She acknowledged the existence of gaps in the current national land policy, especially in regards to the absentee landlords, in addition to those who refuse Obusulu, which in the end has escalated land tensions. According to Kabanda, the government has formulated a regulation where an account will be opened in the Ministry of Lands to handle those soil collections.
The Land Act did not specify what happens to a landlord who is absent, or what happens to a landlord who refuses the soil. So they've come up with a statutory instrument, a regulation. It will be issued soon, where you have to have the landlord one account to be opened in the Ministry of Lands, and that is where Obusulu will be posted.
Josephine Kialu, the country coordinator for the Participatory Ecological Land Use Management PELUM Uganda, indicated how the National Land Policy 23 has played a very significant role in guiding land administration and dispute resolution. She, however, expressed the need to revise the policy due to evolving land challenges. She reminded the stakeholders in policy reviewing to remember the aspect of inclusivity of the development process so as to have a long-lasting impact among the population.
As many of us are very much aware, the National Land Policy of 2013 has played a very fundamental role in guiding land administration, land use planning, and dispute resolution. However, given the evolving land challenges and the ever-growing needs of our communities, it's imperative to update the policy to reflect the current realities on ground.
Some of the land actors proposed amendments for the new policy.
Gino nanyi ntaka omusaba olukusa sabo nzikirize wano nkozeseewo kwegamba mu oboli meka soli oboli memwanyi ekivaamu mukanye ku percentage buli harvest wichobo kungudde nanyi afuneko nawe ofuneko. To me it is a good arrangement.
John Baptista Humza, Church of Uganda Family TV News at 8.